What's up, Outrunners? This is Devin here from Outrun SEO, and today we are going to talk about the pull test. How to see your current position, your potential, and even track your progress with how well your website can pull visitors into it. Your organic marketing pull strategy. Basically ranking in search engines and for the keywords that people are looking up, and how to make sure that your business is getting all those leads. Alright guys, so this is the pull test. As I said before, one of the main ways that you can get clients, leads, customers, traffic, what have you, to your website is through organic search. These are people that are red hot, ready to buy. These are people that are actively searching for a problem that they have and they want a solution now. They just don't know what phone number, to type in on their phone and who to go to. So, for example, if I was looking for a dentist and I would type in a dentist near me, or since I live in Los Angeles, I would say dentist Los Angeles. Or maybe I'm looking for a tree trimmer, maybe like a gardener or something, a tree fell in my backyard. Maybe I need roof repair, plumbers, whatever the case may be. Surgeons, lawyers, car mechanics. People are going to Google all day, every day, typing this stuff in, and they're just picking something at the top of the search engine. Nobody really goes to page 2. In fact, over 90% of people never go past page 1 anyways. That's a statistic. But I just like to say that nobody goes to page 2, because do you? You don't. You just find whatever's on the first page. So this is the pull test. This is how to figure out what is your website's potential, and that's going to be the first slide that we're going to go into. So let's go dive in and take a look at the potential section right now. Okay, what do I mean by potential? Well, what I'm talking about here is keyword potential. How many people every single month are going on Google searching for the service or product that you provide that could potentially become one of your leads or one of your customers? There is a way to figure this out, and I'm going to show you how. Basically, the way that it works, though, is that everything someone types into a search engine is considered a keyword. So if I type in dentist Los Angeles, that phrase is a keyword, at least what we're calling keywords here, right? But if I typed in dentist in Los Angeles, pretty much the same thing. From a semantic point of view, just understanding, that dentist Los Angeles is the same thing as dentist in Los Angeles. However, that keyword search query is counted as a different keyword search. So I'm going to show you right here in a second, but basically every different variation of something that somebody types into a search engine is counted differently. So we want to see what the overall search volume is for all those related keywords that can give you an idea of how much potential is out there for your business. So I'm going to jump into a tool that I use. You can use it too. I don't think it's free, but they do have a trial that's super cheap. So if you want to go in here and do some research on your own, you can do that. But I'm going to show you what I use, the most accurate tool that I know about, and I'll show you a little bit about how it works. Okay, so I'm here at Ahrefs or Ahrefs.com, and I'm clicking on the Keywords Explorer area. Okay, so what I'm basically going to do, and I'm going to use this example of dentist Los Angeles that we've been going with here. So let's say that I am a dentist and I have a practice in Los Angeles and I want to find out what my potential is. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to type in things like dentist Los Angeles. That's probably enough, and I'll show you why in just a second. I'm going to click on search here and see what it pulls up for us. Okay, so when this loads, you'll see that we have a whole bunch of crap on the screen here that's probably really confusing to look at first, but let me just break it down for you really easily. This is the keyword that we searched for right here, dentist Los Angeles. This right here tells me the search volume. This is the amount of people that are searching this term every single month. Dentist Los Angeles, 900 searches per month. Now, remember when we talked about a second ago, dentist Los Angeles versus dentist in Los Angeles, or Los Angeles dentist? We're going to take a look at that now. So I want to look here at the having same terms area, and I'm just going to click on view full report. Okay, so when that loads, we're going to see a list of terms. Now this has 801 keywords that it thinks are similar. We're not going to go through 800 keywords, so don't worry about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click this checkbox next to a couple of them that I think are kind of relevant and related to each other. Basically, what are like the semantically the same things that people are typing in, but they just wrote them a little differently. So the first one, obviously, dentist Los Angeles. Here's best dentist in Los Angeles. That's a different term. Los Angeles dentist. Dentist in Los Angeles. Best dentist Los Angeles. You could even maybe do cosmetic dentist, although that's getting a little specialized. Dentist downtown Los Angeles. Top dentist in Los Angeles. Dentist Los Angeles, CA. Dentist in Los Angeles, CA. Downtown Los Angeles dentist. There's even West Los Angeles, East Los Angeles. Los Angeles, CA dentist. Okay. Los Angeles is pretty big. But what I'm going to do here now is, just so we can add these up quickly, I'm just going to create a little list. Dentist example. And I'm going to show you the potential here. So if you're a dentist in Los Angeles and you're trying to go for the terms that have to do with dentist Los Angeles, you can see that the combined search volume is 1,800 searches per month for those keywords that we just selected. Here's a list of them if you want to see them again. And you can see here that this term, here's the term, and where it says volume, that's the amount of searches per month this keyword gets in Google. So I've combined all these together because they're all kind of the same. And this isn't even including if people are in Los Angeles and they type in things like dentist or dentist near me. That doesn't even include that stuff. Although if you start ranking highly for this stuff, you're probably going to pick up some of those as well. But what I want to show you here is that this basically one search term gets a combined search volume here, if I go back to the overview, of 1,800 searches per month. Now, side note, if you're a dentist and you do things like cosmetic dentistry or veneers or teeth whitening, those are totally different keywords that all have their own like list of variations, and they all have their own search volume to go along with it. So the potential to grow your practice is ridiculous. But just for this example, let's take a look at what we have here, dentist Los Angeles. So the first step, we figured out what's my main keyword and what are kind of like the related terms, the different ways to semantically type something, right? Basically synonyms or different ways to write the phrase. And now we know the search volume, 1,800. So I created this sheet for you. It's called the Revenue Potential Calculator, which you can take a look at yourself. And basically what you do is you come to this Revenue Potential Calculator, you make a copy of it, and anywhere there's a yellow box is where an input can go. So what I want you, we're just going to go through this really fast right now. So basically, the main keyword search volume is, what was it? It was like 400 or something? 900. 900 a month. I just put that there so we have it. But the available targeted traffic right here, which is going to be like everything that we just put together, is 1,800 if you remember. Does that make sense? So right now what we have here in these input boxes are the amount of traffic we're kind of going after if we consider this to be one keyword campaign for your pull marketing. Now, the next part we need to fill out is the percent capture. So I have a list here in column A is what position you are on the search engine, right? So if you, let's say you rank number one, position number one, statistically, you're going to get 37% of all the clicks. So all of those 1,800 people that searched dentist Los Angeles or one of those variations, if you rank number one, you're going to get 37% of those clicks. These were the most conservative numbers I found. I actually found a lot of other studies that show numbers that are way higher. Like in the airlines industry, you get like 75% of the clicks if you're number one. And in a lot of other industries, it's higher than 37% too. But we're going to go with the conservative. If you rank number two, you'll get about 17% of the clicks on average. If you rank 1 and 2, I have the cumulative search volume here. If you rank position 1 and 2, then you'll get 37 plus 17, right? This isn't rocket surgery. You just 54%, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in our percent capture, and all you have to do is simply say what rank am I trying to go for? Well, of course you're trying to go for number 1, but let's say that you didn't get number 1. Let's say for this example you got number 2. So that would be 17%. So we're going to put in here 17%. Now you'll see a bunch of stuff populated, which means that at 17%, if there's 1,800 people searching this every month, at 17%, you're going to get 306 new visitors to your website every month. Now, a visitor isn't money, but it's a start. So our next calculation is how many of those people that are typing in dentist Los Angeles and that click on your website do you think are going to become a lead to you? Probably a lot, because I don't think many people have a hobby of typing in dentist Los Angeles, clicking on a website, and being like, nah, I didn't really need a dentist. I just wanted to do that. Not many people do that. So we're going to say that 80% of those visitors that got to your website became a lead. Maybe they filled out a lead form. Maybe they called your phone number. Maybe they downloaded some kind of coupon that you have. Whatever the case may be, that's part of conversion, different conversation. But whatever the case may be, they became a lead to you. So let's say we got 80% of those people. And you can change this number around if you want. If you want to make it 50%, by all means, go for it. You know, figure out why you're only converting 50%. But, you know, I think you get the point. So we're just going to put it back, 80%. That means that you're going to get 244.8 leads per month. 80% of a person is a lead for you in this case. Let's round it up to 245. So you have 245 people that are calling your business every single month now, needing a dentist in Los Angeles. I'd say that's pretty sweet. But what we really want to look at is what is the potential revenue for you? So now we kind of know what the lead potential is. So if 33%, only 1 out of 3 of those people became an actual customer of yours. That's what we're going to go with here for this example. Like I said, you can change it to 50%. You can change it to whatever you want. Anything in yellow you can change. But we're talking about people that typed in dentist in Los Angeles, clicked on your website, and became a lead by calling you or filling out some kind of a form. If you only convert 33%, which is 1 out of every 3 people, into an actual customer, that's 80.784 or 80 new customers per month just from your pull marketing, just for this one keyword group. Remember, that doesn't count teeth whitening if you rank for those things. Teeth whitening Los Angeles. This doesn't count if you rank for cosmetic dentistry Los Angeles or veneers in Los Angeles or whatever the other stuff that you guys do, or whatever you do. I mean, you're probably not a dentist if you're watching this. Maybe you are, but most people that own businesses aren't dentists, obviously, because there's whatever. You get it. So that's 80 new customers a month from SEO. Now the last number to put in here is the average value. What is a customer worth to you? You should know this as a business owner. You can either put in what's the annual value for a customer or what's the lifetime value. I like to put in what the lifetime value is because it's a new customer and that's how you calculate it, right? So let's say someone comes in, you're a dentist, someone comes in and they come in for a checkup or a teeth cleaning, and you probably have some sort of offer or special, which is like free teeth cleaning or $50 or $100 for a teeth cleaning. But when they're there, you want to upsell them on fluoride, x-rays, maybe they need a cavity, maybe they need, I don't know, whatever it is that you do. What's the value of that single customer over their lifetime? And they got to come in twice a year, right? Maybe most people only come in once a year, but either way, you know what it's worth, right? So let's just say that the value of a new customer for you is $500. For a lot of business owners, that's probably really low, unless you're running like a taco stand. The average customer, buys like $8 worth of tacos. $500 for a new customer. If you're a wedding planner, if you're an attorney, if you're a surgeon, I mean, whatever it is that you do, a CPA, that's really, really, really low for a lifetime value of a customer. But let's just put it in, $500. Now we get to see what the potential is. So remember, 1,800 people searching dentist Los Angeles. You're ranking number 2. You're not even ranking number 1. It means you get 300 new visitors a month. If only 80% of them become leads, they actually call you, you get 245 leads a month. If only 1/3 of those people become a customer, that's 80 new customers. And if you're only making $500 a month off your customers, then you should probably be charging more as a dentist. However, that means you're making an additional $40,000 a month from your pull marketing from SEO from this one campaign. So that is your potential. I know that was a lot of numbers, and most people don't like the maths, but this is the facts and these are the numbers. And if you want to change around the percents or whatever you want to do here, obviously you change around the value of a single customer, go through this exercise and find out how many people are searching for your keyword. Go through this exercise and figure out what is your potential every month from pull marketing. And in the next section, we're going to show you, we're going to go from potential to showing you your current position. All right, so I hope that was helpful. I know it was a little long. Stay tuned. Pause the video if you need to. Take a breather because we're going to jump into the next section right now. All right, so the first step to figuring out, using the dentist example, if you're going to get any of those 1,800 searches a month, is are you ranking for your brand name, right? The first thing that happens when your website gets strong enough and relevant enough for Google to think it's worth putting on its search engine is that it will rank you for your brand name. So we're going to do a little example here, find somebody and see if they're ranking for their brand name, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. So for the sake of this example, I'm going to actually type in dentist in Los Angeles, and we're going to find somebody who's ranking on like page 2 or 3. We don't want to find someone on page 1 because their website's obviously good, and if you're on page 1 already, we'll get to that. But I just want to show you an example of something that's probably going to be a little more realistic to your situation. So let's take these guys, Calm Dental. That actually might be a company that's national or something like that. So let's take a guy, West LA Dentistry. Perfect example. We know that they're probably in LA, right? So West Los Angeles Dentistry, Dr. Susan Hazani. That's going to be our guys for our example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to Google, go to google.com, and we're going to type in West Los Angeles Dentistry. West LA Dentistry, right? So we're just going to search that. Now the first thing that comes up is an ad in the maps, but West Los Angeles Dentistry, there they are. They're number 1 and they're number 1. So that means they're ranking for their brand name. I type in their brand name, or you type in your brand name, and if you come up on the search engine, that's a good thing. You would think that you always do, but that's not necessarily the case. I know a lot of the websites that we do evaluations on, they're not even ranking for their brand name, which means they're really weak and that they need a lot of work. So that's the first test. Go and see if you have brand visibility. Are you ranking when you type in your brand name? And make sure you do this from an incognito window. So if you're using Google Chrome, go to File, New Incognito Window. That way it doesn't keep any of your cookies or your cache, and it will give you like a more realistic result. So we'll do West Los Angeles Dentistry. If that was my business, that's what I would type in, and I would see I'm here in the maps, and I'm here number 1 for my brand name when I type in the brand name. Now that's way different than typing in Dentist Los Angeles, which we just saw, and is actually our next check here. So our next check is keyword visibility. Are you ranking for your keyword? Now I know that this person is not ranking for a dentist in Los Angeles because we just typed that in and went to page 3 to find them, but I'll show you again. If I'm West Los Angeles Dentistry, Susan Hazani, I'm going to open an incognito window, and I'm going to type in dentist in Los Angeles. And I don't see me in the maps, and I don't see me here on the first page. So now I know, based on these statistics, remember we saw here, I'm not number 1, so I'm not going to get 37%. I'm not number 2, so I'm not going to get 17%. And all the way down here, I'm not even number 10. I'm on either 11 or higher. I'm on page number 11 is page 2. So 11 or higher, right? So I'm going to get less than 1% of clicks, right? So for dentist in Los Angeles, or even remember, if we type in one of those variations of the term, Los Angeles Dentist, they're going to be pretty similar. Although they are technically different, they're going to be pretty similar results. But you can see I'm not there either. So it's pretty safe to say that Susan Hazani and West Los Angeles Dentistry is not getting any of those 1,800 a month searches. And they're missing out on $40,000 a month of new revenue. New revenue every month. So that's the that's the keyword visibility, and that's brand visibility. I know this video has been a little bit long, so I have a bonus section for you next. If you want to get into the bonus section, stick around. If not, I totally understand. This is kind of a long video, but this is basically going to be figuring out how to tell your current position, and we're going to continue to use West Los Angeles Dentistry as the example. If I'm that business, we're going to go in here and we're going to see how to figure out where do I currently stand, right? So we've gone through potential, we've gone through my current position, and now we're going to go through what it's going to take for me to make that progress and make that jump from where I currently am to where I need to be. And it's basically just going to be a very light competition evaluation. So if you want to stick around for that, stick around and we'll get right into it. Alright guys, so here's the bonus section, and it's basically going to be, like I said, super short, how to compare where you're at and where you need to be. So what you're going to want to do in the case of Dentist in Los Angeles is you're just going to want to go and find the person who's ranking number 1, which is Smile in LA for this term. And you're going to go in Ahrefs, and you're going to go to Site Explorer, and you're going to type, paste their thing in there and click search. And we're going to compare just a couple numbers here. Don't worry about all this stuff that's on the screen. You don't need to know what that means. We're just going to compare a couple numbers just to give you kind of a brief understanding of a little bit of where they are versus where you are, right? Because these guys are number 1, and us as West Los Angeles Dentistry is not number 1, page 3 or something like that. So we need to see, and it's more complicated than this to really get it done, but this is going to give you like a, Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. This will tell you pretty much what you're going to need to do in order to compete with them. Okay, so there's only a couple numbers here we need to worry about, and what I suggest you do is get out a piece of paper, and here's my piece of paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple numbers and we're going to write some stuff down. So the first one we're going to look at here is DR. Now I'm going to write here, just a number 1 because this is going to be our number 1 competitor, right? We're basically going to have 2 people that we're comparing, the guy that's number 1 and us. You can obviously do this with more number 1, 2, and 3 if you want to get more data, but for this example, this will be plenty. So what we're going to do is we're going to first look at this number DR. So we see that they have a DR of 43. So we're just going to write DR of 43. Now, what is DR? Domain rating. Out of a scale of 1 to 100, compared with all the other websites that Ahrefs is looking at, how powerful is your website? The more powerful, the better chance it's going to rank and show up highly. So a 43 out of 100 is what Smile in LA has. Now the next number we're going to look at here is referring domains. So I'm just going to write RD. They have 106 referring domains. What are referring domains? Well, if you have, let's say that a website links to you, like maybe your local chamber of commerce runs a story and talks about your business, and in that story on their website they put a link to your website. That would be one domain, the Chamber of Commerce, that is referring you, basically. They're backlinking, they're linking to you. They have a link on their website that goes to your website. Maybe you have, there's some bloggers or something like that in your industry, and one of them writes a story about you. If they have a story on their website and they have a link in there that says, like, check out this Los Angeles dentist, and it links to your website, that would be a second referring domain. So Smile in LA has 106 referring domains. Basically, the more referring domains you have, the better. It's a little more complicated than that, but for now, that's all we need to know. The third number we want to look at is right here, organic keywords. So I'm just going to do keywords, and they have 1.2K. So 1,200 keywords. Now, what does that mean? So organic keywords. We've already looked at about 8 of them, right? Remember when we had that list of dentists in Los Angeles dentists? Organic keywords is just the amount of keywords that this website is showing up for, that Google is ranking them for. Not necessarily number 1, just the amount of keywords that Ahrefs has found that Google is ranking them for. And if I click on it like I just did, you'll see here that they're ranking for things like Dentist Los Angeles. They're ranking position 2, and that gets 900 searches a month. They're also ranking for Dr. Louie, probably because that's the guy's name. They're also ranking for other random things like teeth functions, human teeth types, That one's on page 2, but it's still picking them all up, right? So you could sort by position and see all the ones that are at the top. These are all number 1. These are all ranking position 2. These are all ranking position 3. And you can add up the amount of searches that those get, and you can get an idea of how much traffic is coming to this website. So now we have our 3 numbers here, DR, RD, and keywords for the number 1 guy, which is Smile in LA. Now we want to do the same thing for us. So our website is westladentistry.com. So we're going to come back in here, we're going to delete that, we're going to put in our website, and we're going to run it again. And we're going to look at the same numbers. So DR, right? The first thing we got is DR. So our DR is a 33. That's 10 less than the number 1 guy. So obviously we need to get our DR higher. The next thing we're going to look at is referring domains. They have 106. We have 31. SEO is a big game of anything you can do, I can do better. Remember that song? Or rhyme or whatever it is. It's basically a giant game of that. If your website is fast and mine is faster, I win in that category. If your website is not mobile friendly and my website is mobile friendly, I win in that category. If you have 10 referring domains and I have more referring domains, I win in that category. And so you're basically just checking off boxes. There's over 200 ranking factors and categories that Google has to combine its gigantically complex algorithm together and rank websites. You don't need to worry about that. We're just talking about some of the main factors here. So let's check out keywords. Our competitor is ranking for 1,200 and we are ranking for 66. And just like I clicked on theirs, I'll click on this one and I'll take a look. If I sort by position, you'll see we're ranking for West Los Angeles Dentistry. That's our brand name. We're also ranking for West LA Dentistry. We're also ranking for Los Angeles Dentistry. I guess people type in dentistry when they need dentists. I don't. Oops, I didn't mean to go back there. Hold on. Let's see if they're ranking for any generic terms. Dentistry in Los Angeles. So dentistry is a term, I didn't even know that, that people type in. So you can try and rank for terms like dentistry. So because their name, West LA Dentistry, has the name Los Angeles kind of in it as LA, synonym, and dentist as dentistry, they're actually picking up some searches. You can see here. West Side Dental gets 1,500 searches a month. They're ranking number 6 for that. So if they're ranking number 6, that probably means they're getting about 2% of the clicks. That's not a lot, but that'd be a good keyword for them to try and boost up. So I think you kind of get the idea here. You're basically doing an us versus them. It's a head-to-head battle, and that's why this bonus section is the you versus them section. So go into Ahrefs, try out that little exercise, and see where you're lacking, see where your competitors are beating you, and that'll be the first step to figuring out how you can rank and how you can get all that potential. I hope this video was helpful. I know it was a little bit long. I apologize for that, but there's a lot of information and it's super important, and this is the foundation of the pull marketing, and you saw how much potential there is out there. So I'm curious to hear in the comments. Let us know what you found. How are you doing on the potential? What kind of keyword search volume is out there? How well are you ranking versus your competitors? Are you ranking for your brand? Tell us about it in the comments. Tell us about it in the Facebook group. Like, subscribe, share, tag your friends, do all the things you do, and I will see you next time.